In the bed, dog. Dog, go in bed. Bedtime now for dog. Dog. Dog, don't go in bed when dog go in bed. Dog, go in bed. Tally. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Bed. Come on, hustle. Let's move. Come on, champ. Let's go, champ. Tally, bed. Come on. You want to tear up? You're tiny. You're a tenth of my size. Fold you like a lawn chair, pal. Come on, dog. Bed. Dog, bed. Come here, then. Come here. You want to? Yeah. You want a spotlight on you, buddy? Come on, here. Come on. You can do the show up here. It's fine. Come on, up here. We'll see how long we can get away with this for. Oh, dog's here. Oh, good doggy. There we go. Nice doggy. It's a mess round here, isn't it? Bloody Nora. Oh, dear, there's communism everywhere. Sweat. Jesus, right. It's a bit of a shambles this morning. It's weird, isn't it? It's not like... I'll tell you what it is, guys. I've just seen that Gemma Collins is doing a podcast. And I'm starting to feel threatened by it. I'm more like, what's the point in there being any other podcasts? You know, seeing as like the pinnacle. We've reached peak podcast, basically. Like, Gemma Collins is doing it. I don't know what she's planning for it, whether or not she's having different celebs to come in and just smell her vag. So maybe like wine experts, sommeliers. I got a few fucking sommeliers gonna come in, smell me yeast. Now they're gonna be like, getting real bouquets of, getting Tesco meal deal. Greg's sausage rolls. To Greg's. You're clearly a friend of Greg's, am I right? Oh, yeah, I like a Greg's. Yeah, I can tell. It's all in here. Oh, it's musty. Oh, it's minky. It's I can smell Arge's penis. The remnants of Arge's peen in there. Last night's Arge. You still reeking of last night's Arge? Oh, yeah, well, Arge was in charge last night. You know what happens when Arge in charge? Yes, no, he can go for about 30 seconds, I've heard. That's really quite wonderful stuff. And he's fat now again, is he? Yeah, well, you know, he's got to match me at dinner, otherwise he's, you know, kick him out of bed. Fucking hell. Dog, are you keen, aren't you, for this? I don't know if it can go on. Look, you're just hanging your head in shame at the thought of Gemma Collins. You'd have a sniff on that, you gross dog. You eat poo, I've seen it. You're disgusting. You are a waste of space. Dog! Sweet doggo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's coffee and memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Come on, there you go, you can do it. I believe in you. Come on, this is what we've trained for. No, I believe in you. Come on, dog. Come on. I believe in... No? Oh, God. This is not going to work. Oh, no. Come on, you can... This is not... The dog's on the table now. Sit down. Sit. Come on, dog. Sit, Tally. Sit. There you go. It's fine. All right. Finally, this is. I'm only giving the people what they want. You know, it's. Look at the length. Stand up. Look at the length of this. I don't know what. How many lobsters is that? 1, 2 lobsters. Okay, with the tail back, tail up. You're a bit concerned by this, aren't you? This is not your normal place of being. Not normally allowed up on the tables. You keen? No? You all right with that? Not bothered? Not interested, though, either. Just callous indifference. Yeah. I mean, this is not making great radio, I'm going to be honest, but the visual element of this is absolutely stunning. Right, Tally, come on. That's enough. Then you come. Oh, you're a good girl. You're a good one. Right, there you go. You're good. Right, back in the bed. Guys, hello. Hi, it's a she, by the way. No one dare misgender my dog, or there's going to be mass triggerings. Look, come on. There you go. Go on, you can go out now. I've made you a little thoroughfare. So, guys, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm on YouTube with my new co-host, Tally Woo. She's just... I did not say good boy. No way. Jesus. Did I? I don't know. It's 2019. Doesn't matter, does it? Gender is cancelled. Gender is a hoax put about by bathroom companies to sell more toilets. Everyone knows that. Did I say good boy? Tallywoo, I misgendered you after all these years. Don't look at me like that. She's upset. Oh dear. Anyway, guys, hi. Good to be back. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. My dudes, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I think that's the case. Is that still the case? Is stuff still going to be fine? Or I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. What we got? Well, some dog news. Some dog news here. A man blames dog for ordering pay-per-view adult film channel. There's a lot of people blaming animals for their misdemeanors. I've got some more in here. There was a woman blaming a cat for sending the nudes. Yeah, a woman blames cat for accidentally sending nude photos to strangers. She looks like a sort of young Madonna wannabe, in a way. You could say that. You could make that argument, I guess. Sort of Lady Gaga crossed young Madonna. It's not the end of the world, is it? Anyway, so the cat, that's a kitten. It's quite a young cat, I guess. Right. Is this still a... What? Why? What the fuck? Look at these pictures. This is super weird. Like, yeah, okay, got the bobs out. Why is that? Have you sent a picture of someone with rickets? What's going on there? Oh, that's so funny. What's the other one? Who even knows? That's bizarre. Anyway, okay, so the long and the short of this is the woman claims that her cat has accidentally sent photos to someone selling an Audi A3, 2008 reg Audi A3 for £2,100. I can't even begin to imagine what sort of state that must be in to be that cheap. Yeah, on Facebook Marketplace, and the cat allegedly has pressed the phone. The kitten is called Angel. I swear it wasn't me. It was my kitten, Angel. I placed my phone on the bed and went downstairs to make a cup of tea. When I came back upstairs, the kitten was next to my phone, which was face down. I mustn't have turned the lock on my screen on, and all these pictures were selected. What's the deal with the... Look, I'm actually less interested in the picture of the bobs. I think that's a bit of fun, though. Why the rickets? What's the deal there? Why have you got... Is she letting people know about that rickets are back thanks to vegan parents? What's this one? I don't even know. That looks like the beginning. It could be the beginning of a banjo string on a very strange misshapen bell. So many questions, and at quarter to 8 in the morning. That no one wants to do. No one wants to do. No one wants. I can't get it together today. I don't know why. Right, here's a funny story. It's not that funny. It probably deserves a cool story, bro, at the end. Yesterday, I went up to London because my dear girlfriend bought me a voucher for a sort of... butcher's course is the wrong word. It's like an evening sort of butcher-style cooking class where basically they take... You go in and they chop up a load of meat with some other meaty boys and then cook the meat. And it's lots of lovely, delicious meats. Anyway, I got there, and as I got there, I was like, oh, where's the exact address? Looked at it and realised that it was for today rather than yesterday. So I think we could probably all agree that's a
cool story, bro.
Anyway, so perhaps I'm not at my best at the moment. Maybe I'm starting to finally lose my mind. I hope so. I pray for the abyss every day. She says, holy fuck, I'm so sorry. How do I delete this phone? How do I delete this? My phone just fucked. So no, fucked out. Just, what would that word be? Just bitch spazzed out? Bitched out? Spazzed out. It's got to be spazzed out. I want to die. Okay, well, Let's not get away with us. I mean, that just might be a separate thing. She might just be having sort of a millennial existential crisis like the rest of us. Anyway, so she's blaming the cat. Look, so man blames dog for ordering pay-per-view adult film channel. Do we believe him? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, this dog looks like he's looking for porn. Clearly. Tally, no interest in porn. Tally, when Tally was younger, we had her drugged, and a man took her womb out. So, yeah, drugged her, had her sterilised. I mean, sounds barbaric when actually now that I say it out loud. After being lumbered with a $70 pay-per-view porn bill, a man has said that his dog is to blame, claiming the pooch somehow managed to get hold of the remote and made the purchase. Thomas Barnes, 58, was issued a bill for $70 by broadcast service DirecTV, despite having immediately contacted the company to explain what had happened. He had been at home when his bichon frisé named Marino jumped up on his bed and stepped on the remote with its paws, in turn accidentally ordering the Hustler channel. You must have been on the Hustler channel for that to have happened. Barnes from North Carolina told the News and Observer that he called the satellite TV company within minutes of the mistake purchase to explain what had happened and was told everything would be fine, the error would be resolved. But then he was shocked when he found that he'd been charged £70 for his dog's action and that Hustler stayed activated. Oh no! Right, yeah. So what's happened here? Your missus has found out and you're looking for an excuse. Barnes, who lives on Social Security disability, phoned again and was given the same promise, but merely continued to face the same issue. Eventually, Barnes decided to subtract the £70 from his bill and pay the rest, only to have his service cut off entirely, including Hustler. Oh no. He said, that's $70, you're taking food out of my moot. It's like stealing it. They refused to see how that was pertinent. Clever dog fakes broken leg. Okay, clever dog. Good boy. This is not a very interesting story, I'm going to be honest. I mean, my only thought is that he probably is telling the truth, because if you were on the blag, would you go to the press about it? I don't know. Look, guys, what have we got in terms of shoe throws today? There are a few bits. For some reason, the internet's not working on the iPad. That's good news. But we have this Deal Wit Dem by K9. That probably makes sense to play now, doesn't it? And then there's also this Abis bit that I played that yesterday. Sawtooth by Reaper. And that other Mean Teeth bit, Disco Action, off the Don't Mention the Artwork EP. Let's have this Deal With Them. I'll sort of attempt to get my shit together while this is playing as well. It's a bit hairy on the desk now.
We are the army, we run the world. Gonna rate no man, we punch up girl. Man's international round the world. Man's international round the world. We are the army, we run the world. Can't bad me up, go bad up your girl. Bad up them sister, bad up them friend. That's why we not deal with them. We are the army, we run the world. Gonna rate no man, we punch up girl. Man's international round the world. Man's international round the world. We are the army, we run the world. Can't bad me up, go bad up your girl. Bad up them sister, bad up them friend. That's why we not deal with them.
There's suggestions in the chat that I have I guess a dog phallus created, and to complete Tally's sex change. Wonder if you can do that. 2019, anything's possible. Don't make me far black showers. Don't make me circle your heads, murder the fools, they circle around in an hour. See if your friend them left more flowers. But that's just something y'all them not leave. But some of the gal you want beat, then none of the gal them not breathe. Yeah, strap-ons for dogs. Why not? Try and guard Dragon's Den with that. Come on, Bannatyne. Everyone loves dogs. Everyone loves strap-ons. What's not to like? Combine two absolute classics.
We are the army, we run the world. Gonna rate no man, we punch a girl. Man's international round the world. Man's international round the world. We are the army, we run the world. Can't bad me up, don't bad up your girl. Bad up them sister, bad up them friend. That's why we not deal with them. We are the army, we run the world. Gonna rate no man, we punch a girl. Man's international round the world. Man's international round the world. We are the army, we run the world. Can't bad me up, don't bad up your girl. Bad up them sister, bad up them friend. That's why we not deal with them.
This is a naughty bear. That's Deal With Them by Canine. I'm a fan. Yeah, nice outro. Pretty reasonable, you know, all things considered. Can't argue with it. Why would you? Guy goes to a rave, burgles it, then falls asleep at the scene. You fucking imbecile. A friend of mine, who I lived with for a short while, female friend, she got punched on for a bad boy. She likes a bad boy. And when I say boy, I really mean boy. They really were boys at the time. This was a long time ago, though. I think she likes bad men now. Yeah. And she was with a guy who was doing a bit of burgling at the time. And him and a friend broke into someone's house, started to sort of get... I can only assume they had like sort of swag bags. You know, it's like a sack with swag written on the side. And they've got the sort of black and white striped outfit. A little eye... what would you call that? Not bandana, is it? Yeah, the little thing that covers your eyes like a burglar. Like Hamburglers got. Yeah, basically they're dressed as Hamburglar. Now, it's always worth remembering that Hamburglar doesn't have an enormous hamburger head. That's the mayor of Hamburger Town, okay? It's worth remembering that. Anyway, so they've got their bags of swag, and they're loading up their swag bags, and then one of them has a shit, doesn't flush. The next one decides to start making themselves a sandwich. I mean, it's like some Home Alone shit, yeah? They then, and this is so, it's just... They're so dumb. Like, you've just never heard anything so dumb. They then decide to take a load of ketamine and K-hole in the house and get caught because they are in K-holes. I mean, it... You don't know what to say, really. Like, what... When they were up in court about it, I mean... they were sort of in and out of the nick, but it was amazing how many stuff they could get caught and charged with before actually going back into the nick. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Anyway, a little advice to any young, up-and-coming burglars out there. Just keep your eye on the prize. So sometimes crimes are carried out so very seamlessly we assume that there must be a rule book knocking about in the dark corner of the internet. We haven't come across it yet, and neither has Connor Allenby, by the looks of things. That's because after being kicked out of Newcastle University's student union, this raver returned to burgle the venue, only to fall asleep at the crime scene. Very, very poor. Very, very poor. CCTV caught 24-year-old Allenby snoozing just seconds just seconds after pinching the 100-pound float from the SU. A court heard that it was the second nap he'd enjoyed on what turned out to be an eventful night, after inexplicably falling asleep in another bizarre part of the building sometime earlier. Has he got narcolepsy or something? That would be if you've got narcolepsy, burgling's probably not your thing. So I'll just have a little sit down after swiping these jewels. Clara Irving, prosecuting, explained that shortly before his first nap of the night, he somehow ended up on the roof, like you do. Okay, he's on beans. Now, when they say sleeping, maybe he was just in a sort of pill hole. You know, just in one of those. I mean, you may as well be sleeping. You're largely unresponsive. So he spent 5 hours shivering up there after the Rave to the Grave February bash, dubbed Uni T, had ended. What? Anyway, eventually, he somehow found a Newcastle Student Union fleece before prizing open a window to get back inside the building. Miss Irving added, he said that there was no way off the roof, and that the only way he could get inside, it was the only way he could get inside. Once inside, cameras caught him sneaking around the now empty venue, dressed in the fleece. They filmed him going near the till before opening it and helping himself to the cash. Nice. Free booty. That was the moment that night's shenanigans seemed to suddenly catch up with him. He appears to fall asleep while behind the counter, added the prosecutor during the court hearing. I really want to see the footage of this. The Gateshead raver, who was representing himself, brilliant, pleaded guilty to a non-dwelling burglary. The court heard that the footage, as well as the fingerprints at the scene, helped snare Allenbury. And his actions had left the organisation with a £144 repair bill, which magistrates ordered him to pay. Representing himself, he claimed that he had been thrown out by security staff who had twisted him up. But he apologised for his actions, saying, I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry and that but it happened. Okay. However, he protested when magistrates slapped him with a £650 bill, including a £266 fine for the offence. He blurted out, God, after being ordered to pay for both the damage caused and the court charges. But that wasn't the end either, because Allenby was ordered to pay £25 for the fleece. Does he get to keep the fleece? I hope so. Why didn't he wear is that the fleece there? Has he got that in his hand? Did he wear it to court? That's your court outfit, is it? You're going to represent yourself. You look like, what, have you come straight from the Tommy Robinson protest? What's the deal, buddy? Come on, man. Get it together. I didn't realise they let the working classes into university. See, this is what happens. Absolute disgrace. Unbelievable. This would not have happened in the 70s. No way. No, you simply can't let the common man into this institutes of education. They don't understand. They'll have their fingers in the till and then fall asleep. They're absolutely ridiculous. Don't leave your fleece lying around. No. Don't leave your nice regatta fleece. They'll half-inch it. If it's not nailed down, they'll steal it. And if they can prise the nails out, then as far as they're concerned, it's not nailed down. Fuck my boots. Woman loses 10 stone after ditching 4,000 a year chicken nugget happened. Fuck me, that's a lot of nugs. Dang. What? Let's do some quick math on that. That's 4,000... divided by 365. 10 nugs a day. Wow. Cool. 1 nug every 2 and a bit hours. Nice. Yeah, did you think she has any days off and doubles up on other days? A woman lost almost 10 stone after cutting out her daily chicken nuggets. After thinking that if she skipped her dinner, she could get away with having fast food for tea every night. Huh? Dinner... Of course, this wasn't the case. Catherine Mulcan, 39, started to pile on the weight, as well as struggling with anxiety and depression because of her unhealthy lifestyle. Sure. Lowest point, the office worker from Maine, US, was having a sausage and egg McMuffin for breakfast every day for the week. Whoa. She'd then skip lunch, thinking that would make up for it. Yeah, so probably would. Before having 20 nugs and a double cheeseburger and fries for her tea. Yeah, okay, well, that'll do it, won't it? Hold on. Every day, 20 nugs. But no, but 4,000, that would be 20 times 365. That would, yeah, that's 7,300 nugs. She says every so often she'd mix it up and have a Burger King. Right. Okay. And then she would snack on ice creams, donuts, and cake at night. See, there's... I don't think it's that much to do with that McMuffin for breakfast, you know. Sounds like a dream, but eating such an unbalanced diet soon led to health problems. She was told by doctors that her lifestyle was having a hugely detrimental effect on her body. She was warned her blood pressure was dangerously high and her cholesterol levels had skyrocketed. She decided enough was enough, joining Weight Watchers in an attempt to take control of her eating. She's a big girl. Oh, she's hot now. Good times. She must be well pleased with herself. Wow, it's like a completely different human, isn't it? Less nugs, though, so I guess that's the downside, isn't it? She does have those slightly manic eyes of someone that's lost a lot of weight. If you've ever met anyone that's lost, like, sort of over 5 stone, they did this. There can be quite a sort of manic look. I felt disgusted by what I used to eat. I was slowly killing myself with every bite. As the weight dropped, I was shocked by what the human body was capable of and fell in love with lifting weights. It isn't about the number on the scales anymore. It's about how you feel on the inside, which is healthy and good. I feel blessed to be alive. I'm from an Italian and Irish background. Yep, that'll do it. So our diet was full of pasta and breads. It was good for the soul, but not for the body. And she added when she left home, her eating habits came with her. She said it was easier to grab McDonald's on the way, blah, 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 blah. Her diet is now consists of black coffee, protein shakes, fruit, veg, and chicken. She still treats herself to a donut on a Friday. Wow, lovely stuff. Well, that's the good news for the year. Fun to do the math on the nugs, I think. I think we can all agree about that. Dog, keen on the math? No. All right, let's have Sawtooth by Reaper. Bit of fun. Good girls, bad girls, do it well. Good girls, bad girls, do it well. Hello.
To rip your face off, 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 face off. I get that baseline buzz up, about to rip your face off.
Take his face off. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Talking to bad gals, your friend of mine, Power Jen will be up at 11. Positive energy with the hours of power. That's Sawtooth, Reaper. on Monster Cat. It does sound very Monster Catty. I'll probably get the video pulled for that, actually. Great. Yeah. Naked OAP caught having sex with cow and fined £8. It's not bad, is it? You know, take the fine. Just take the fine, whatever. Like, you know, maybe interspecies sex is okay in a loving relationship. You know? Don't know if it, like, how big's the cow? Like, if it was enormous, must have been into it, right? An IAP in Thailand was caught having sex with a cow and had to be physically restrained by locals. The 68-year-old man was found completely naked. There he is. And had reportedly been spotted dragging the 2-year-old cow named Non, oh, poor Non, into the bushes. The cow's owner had heard stories about the animal being sexually assaulted in the field before. Jesus. When the elderly man was found, he had no clothes on, and apparently his legs were covered in semen. That's rough, man. I do like the way, though, that they've got the leaves sort of obscuring the penis there. And both his nipples, quite cleverly. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive photography there. The owner then called on passers-by to help restrain him. There's a naked man covered in spunk. Help me hold him down. Wait, what? When questioned by police, the man said that he has seen his friends doing it and enjoying themselves, so wanting to give it a go. He told police the cow was not hurt, and I only did it for pleasure. Well, that's not really an excuse, is it? You obviously did it for pleasure. Yeah, he was locked into a complex power struggle, complex emotional power struggle with the cow. What was the cow wearing? I was probably asking for it. I have friends who have done it before, and they told me it felt good, so I wanted to try. Yeah. Lieutenant Colonel Ronan Sorawit, Deputy Director of Police at Hat Yai Police Station, said, we brought him for questioning, where he eventually admitted the scandalous behaviour. The old man then admitted he'd done it several times before with different animals. Yeah, prolific. Yikes. A local resident said, I was driving past the area when the owner cried for help, so I helped him catch the pervert. We saw sperm stains on his leg and also on the area where he tethered the cow. So we thought that he must have already finished having the sex with her when we caught him. Perhaps even worse, because Thailand doesn't have any actual laws on bestiality. All police could do was give him a 300 baht fine and send him on his way. The fine was for public nudity. It's not illegal to have sex with animals in Thailand. We're just taking note of that. Not. There you go. Thailand. Okay. The law in the UK is much stricter on such things. Last year, an 80-year-old man has been banned from every farm in Britain after being found guilty of outraging public decency by molesting cows. Is that the same guy? Oh, there's the other guy near horses. John Curnow, 80, appeared in Uxbridge Magistrates Court where he's accused of pushing his fist into a cow's rectum and performing sex act. Can't go around fisting cows. Unless you're a vet, and then it's fine. John Curnow. Okay, what do we reckon John Curnow looks like? Okay, I had a picture in your mind. What does he look like? Pervy pensioner who molested herd of cows. Oh, yeah, we have had him on before. Yeah, he looks much as you would expect. But there was that other geezer who liked tossing himself off near horses. He's had a... yeah, they've had to have words with him a few times. You know, it's a little shuffle. Yeah, and he looks like they've all got a look. I mean, I've discussed this before at length that, you know, there's a look, and it's not something you can learn in a book. There's no test you could have took. You've just got to get that look from a lifestyle of creepy pervin. I don't know. Okay, look, this has been doing the rounds quite significantly. It's a good one. I like it. Vegan who tried to sue neighbours over barbecue smell loses court appeal. Oh, then we should probably read the original first. Spoiler alert. A vegan woman has taken her neighbours to court because they keep barbecuing meat and fish and the smell keeps wafting over into her garden. Okay. She's pretty wild by the sounds of things. Like, isn't there some like 4,000 page or 400?
A vegan has taken her neighbours all the way to the Supreme Court, demanding they stop smoking, bouncing balls and even cooking barbecues in the backyard. Ciarán R says she'll do anything to get some peace and quiet, but a judge says her neighbours haven't done anything wrong.
This isn't your average neighbourhood dispute. It's a battle between a vegan and meat eaters, a health-conscious massage therapist and the barbecuers next door.
They've put it so you smell fish. All I smell is fish.
Ciarán R is vegan and she's fed up with the meaty smells coming from over the fence of her Girraween home.
I can't enjoy my backyard. I can't go out there.
She's also furious at cigarette smoke wafting into her yard, so angry she's taken her right for a fume-free existence all the way to the WA Supreme Court.
Do you think they're doing this on purpose? Oh, absolutely. Of course they are. It's deliberate. That's what I've said to the court. It's deliberate.
And the smell is just the start of her complaints against two separate neighbours on Rochford Way.
They've just banged the wall at any time when I've been sleeping. Then their kids with their basketballs, just banging and it vibrates this part of the house. It's been devastating. It's been a turmoil. There's been unrest. I haven't been able to sleep.
It was thrown out of court, and despite the anger, the neighbours just want to be left alone, declining an interview, telling us they want to keep the peace. One invited us into the backyard to show he's even removed the barbecue and told his children to stop playing basketball.
Going to the Supreme Court is an extreme option.
The other neighbour, who also wanted to be anonymous, said in a statement Ms Cardin's demands were proven to be not reasonable and indeed were to the detriment of the other owners' ability to enjoy their lots in a reasonable and acceptable manner. But the legal battles aren't over just yet. Ciarán R is vowing to return to court to continue the fight against her neighbours.
If you're having a dispute, the first step is you should go next door and try and sort it out.
She's obviously mentile. I think that's sort of clear to even the untrained eye that she's obviously got her issues going on. I don't know whether or not it's the veganism that's causing the madness, or whether or not the madness sort of invites in the veganism. It's much of a muchness, isn't it? Anyway, the next step is that she's lost. A vegan who tried to sue neighbours over barbecue smell loses court appeal. A vegan woman who tried to stop her neighbours barbecuing meat in their back gardens has lost. A court appeal had it rejected by the judge. Ciarán R claimed wafting smells of cooking meat and cigarette smoke have caused her undue offence. This is the long. Okay, I'm offended by them. They're offending me, so I'd like to prosecute them for offending me. Sorry, buddy, but being offended is that's not something you can punish as a crime. She also complained of noisy children playing outside, and she couldn't enjoy her backyard anymore. It's been devastating. It's been turmoil. It's been uprest. It's been the apocalypse. It's the last days of Rome. The massage therapist, of course, from Perth, Australia, lost a state administrative tribunal case on Friday. She's now been dealt a second blow after her appeal was thrown out in court. Miss Garden also demanded nearby families dim their patio lighting, keeping their pets quiet, and not put so many plants in the common garden. Wow. Her appeal, submitted on the 29th, was rejected on July 29th by Chief Justice Peter Quinlan, who said the 400 pages of evidence were well in excess of anything that might be thought to be proportionate to the issues. She is absolutely batshit crazy. Oh my day, 400, and they're eating dinner. You can hear them. You can hear them at around like 7 o'clock in the evening. They all get together to eat dinner at the same time. Can you imagine that? And they're obviously eating meat. They eat dinner at the same time, and they drink beverages with the dinner. It's outrageous. They park their cars. You know, cars. The cars have emissions, and they park them outside the house. They're so dangerous. It's really, it's messing with my chi. My aura is now a completely different colour. It was a beautiful sort of quince, kind of puce, a sort of an orange. Now it's just a dull beige. All because of them, and they turn taps on when they're going to have a bath. Whenever they have a bath, they turn on the taps. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute outrage. Sometimes they only had 2 kids for a while, and then you could tell that they'd been having sex because then the wife became pregnant and they had another child. That's 3 children now. So they must have been having sex at some point. It's not an immaculate conception, is it? So are they allowed? Is that all right for them to have sex next door, just on the other side of the wall? Sexual intercourse? A bit sort of New Zealandy now. Don't know. The tribunal in February said it did not accept that parents letting their children play in the back garden or using the patio to ride scooters constitutes reasonably a nuisance. It added, what they are doing is living in their backyard and their home as a family. Once a month, old people come to the house, an elderly couple. I don't know if they're related, maybe. And they also join in with the dinner. And then afterwards, I've noticed them between 4 adults, they've drunk over a bottle of wine. So that's not good. Mrs. Karen told reporters she plans on taking additional legal action. Fucking move! Jesus, can they sort of sue for harassment? The judge should have fined her for wasting the court's time. There's a comment at the bottom, and someone called Sahrish says, I'm making over $13,000 a month working part-time. Wow, okay. She's mad. That's sort of the upshot of that. It's just mad bastards. Mad bastards everywhere, guys. There's not much we can do about it. Right, let's have this mean teeth bit. It's a lot of fun. It's good times. It's good action. I'm a fan. The children, in the morning, they leave the house about 8, and they don't come back until 4. God knows what they're doing out there all day. Look at that. Disrespectful Jacob Rees-Mogg lounges on front bench during Brexit debate. Christ, if even Jacob Rees-Mogg is bored by Brexit, you know you're in trouble. I'm a fan of that. Disco Action by Mean Teeth. Smooth rollers on threshold.fm. The kids, they come home and then apparently they've been doing work all day at a thing called school. I've never heard of it. And then they have to do more work in the evenings? That's barbaric. Yeah, it's not good. Woman pictured sitting with emotional support horse on plane. Good. This is, there was, of course, you may remember from one of the very original early days web series of Coffee and Memes, woman with emotional support peacock. She was some fucking artsy New York type, A-grade dickhead. She had a pet peacock and she tried to get it to fly to LA with her. Of course, many gags around the fact that peacocks can't fly. Can they fly? They can probably fly a little bit. I don't know. They just bounce, hop along. Whatever. Yeah, anyway, they wouldn't let her fly with it. They were like, nah, don't believe you. Fuck off. Fuck off back to the East Village. Anyway, this horse... this is on the plane, basically. Woman pictured sitting with emotional support horse on plane. Wow, the Metro video just loads straight up. It's the sort of class you'd expect from the Metro. Love that they've done a slow pan up and zoom in. Oh, amazing. Oh, that's so funny. So for anyone just listening, someone sat in the aisle on a flight and they very slowly pan up from the floor and zoom in to the front of the plane where there's a miniature horse, like a sort of little, smaller than a Shetland pony, like a very small horse, just minding its own horsey business at the front of the plane. If you haven't chosen your... there's another thing somewhere. Black man kicked off flight so a dog could fly first class. Fucking hell. American Airlines. Who was it that when they dragged that Asian guy off, the doctor? Was that Delta? Or was that American Airlines? No, it wasn't American Airlines, was it? Man, I bet the stock of American Airlines has just fucking nosedived. That is unbelievable. I'm sure there are two sides to every story, but The optics of that are pretty bad, aren't they? Oh my God. Oh, this is an American Airlines flight as well. Okay, so they really are prioritising animals here. If you haven't chosen your seat on a flight, there is a blah, blah, blah. Passengers on a recent American Airlines flight to Omaha, Nebraska were shocked to find themselves sharing the aisle with a miniature pony. The emotional support animal, called Flirty, bit weird, was seen boarding the flight from Chicago, Illinois. This with its owner last week. And it wasn't long before the passengers began sharing videos of tiny Flirty casually pottering through the airport on a lead. Another clip shows Flirty having a snooze with its owner on board the flight. That is adorable. A Twitter user who uploaded the video joked, "At this time we would like to begin boarding with any active duty military, families travelling with children under the age of 3, and horses." Barstool Sports, quick to get in on the action. Here's a shot of just moments before 9/11. Sorry. Just a typical crew with one amazing passenger. Right. So I've had to go to and from Berlin a few times with Tally, and she does not like very long car journeys. No one likes very long car journeys. And so but we're not putting her in the hold on the plane because it just seems like the most horrendously traumatic thing. But on Lufthansa, they will let you take a dog in the cabin, but it has to be under 9. I think it's under 8 kilos. Now, Tally is currently, her walk-around weight, it's about 11 kilos. So, could she make weight? Could she cut enough weight to make it, put her on like a UFC fighter style ridiculous cut diet, and then dehydrate her right down, so when she steps on the scales at the airport, she's absolutely ripped, but just like tottered, like about to fall over from terrible dehydration. By the time she's got from the scales actually to the plane, she's blown up by about 4 kilos. It's just like, oh, does that dog bring up? Yeah, no. She weighed in. Like, can we weigh her again? No. But I guess if I could just go to a doctor, I have anxiety. I need my emotional support dog. Tally would probably not be the best for emotional support. Like, I'm feeling a bit anxious about this, Tally. Just bark at some kids going past. Right. Oh, Flirty, the mini service horse, she's got an Instagram account. Goodo. Okay. Let's have a look at 10,000 more, for twice as many followers as me. Flirty, the psych and mobility service horse. No reposting. Why? And hate equals blocked. Define hate. I don't owe you anything. Okay. All right. Yes, I am blocking people. I was going to do a story post, but decided this needed a full post. So listen up, folks. There have been people complaining that I am blocking dissenters. Do not for a second think this is some sort of liberal fucking democracy. This is communism, bitches. This is emotional support communism. And I will block anyone and throw them in the fucking gulag. Yes, I'm blocking people. I have no problem saying that. Folks, you are all entitled to your opinions. You don't have to think service mini horses are a good idea. That's your right. Okay, but that doesn't mean you have to give I have to give a platform to your opinion, especially when most of these opinions are being voiced in insults, degradation, and attacks on me on my federally mandated civil rights. Oh, all right. She's less communist, a bit more libertarian. If you want to disagree with me and rant about how you think service horses are wrong, have at it on your own page. I'm not going to complain unless you keep tagging me or something like that. It's your page, do what you want. But this is my page. I don't owe it to you to give you a platform to your insults and attacks on my rights. Woo! Spicy. All right, give that a like. Keen on that. Yep. So, all right, okay. So she's a bit more down on the libertarian spectrum. Fine. She's like, basically, that could be summed up with, you do you. Leave me alone. Fair enough. Okay, has anyone seen the second Clerks? film where there's that guy that does the show with the donkey. Is that what it looks like? Let's have a look. Clerks 2. Is it a donkey? Donkey show. Yeah, it's not far off, you know? It's not far off, is it? Flat. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a million. I mean, if anything, this one's a bit sexier. This has got you can't see out of this. Check out Flirty's new fly mask. It's super cute. She doesn't really need it for the flies, as we don't have a whole lot of those. She will still wear this outside to keep dust out of her eyes. Well, you just put it on her. I don't imagine she puts it on herself. Minis are so low to the ground that they get a lot of dust in their eyes because they're horrendously overbred and inbred. They're effectively freaks. Eyes, which is obviously irritating them. Floody hates traditional masks, so I had this custom made for her. Yeah, it's got a custom feel to it, hasn't it? She should find it more comfortable. The back sections are made of mesh, so she can still see just fine. Oh, the black sections are made of mesh. This isn't a blindfold. It looks kind of sexy, though. Looks kind of sexy. Sexy, though, I must say. Can you do emojis on here? It's kind of sexy, though, I must say. I wonder if I get banned. Don't troll the mini horse account. Definite follow. Yes. Oh, Flirty, the mini service horse. Oh, you poor enslaved fool. Guy, Christ, it's the end of the show. That snuck up on me. Guys, hang around for Power Gens. 2 hours of power. 2 hours of pure, hardcore good news. Let's play it, drop in some absolute kid slappers. Guys, VIP list. I love you all you Patreons, especially D, who signs up every month and then cancels. I love him. I think it's fun. I always enjoy. Oh, D's back. D's gone again. D's back. D's gone again. So much love to Greg Cornford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matt Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Parry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squiffington, Liam the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, Go, No STDs, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Double Guest Stone, Sashi Superior, John Bass, Nicolas Lorcy, Kris Breaks, The Bill, Karissa Barthelson, Odin Basley, Fuller D, General Jambi, Flaxis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robertson, Dad Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Waff, Meatloaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmuffs, L-Tech, Willay, Ben Virgo, Dan Tweed, Lupe Zalazar, Big Wodge, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skipper, unfortunately it's George DC, Anthony Sharp, Claudio Lushmere, Benny Dren Roche, Timid, John Forsyth Anderson, PSN Godlike, and MC Hammer Daddy. Guys, I love you. You're wonderful humans. Please hang around for Jen's show. 2 hours of good news, good music, good banter, and just generally being Did anyone see Nicole Schertzlinger bawling her eyes out after a particularly emotional didgeridoo performance on some fucking talent competition? Because I did, and it was truly a sign of the end times. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Goodbye.